Yeah, the morale is really good. I think as the coach, you like when it's, happy and vibrant and everybody is, flying, but you also always want to make sure that the feet are on the floor and that the eyes are looking forward. So we have looked at the performance, and I totally agree, we have to score more goals. We have to, I think the process of trying to score more goals was, how do we create more chances? But I think now we're in a place where it's how do we score the chances that we're creating? Because, there's only so many times you're going to score in the 91st minute and the 93rd minute. And although I'm really proud of the mentality, when we get performances that are dominant and when we carry the ball and create chances, we have to try and get teams out of there quicker, or we have to try and get the second, third goal. But we also know that the games are going to be very difficult, right? Colorado are a really tough team, and if we are good enough to get the momentum, we for sure have to take it. So the aim is to make sure that we prepare ourselves well, that we get ourselves mentally to the place where we can, perform well and control against a really difficult Colorado team. We know they're gonna come and press and be aggressive. But for sure, the area of development for the team is to take the chances and get the second goal and push on and continue to be an attacking team.
Anthony Mercer with AJM Sports. The defense has been really great the past 3 games, 1 goal in 3. What is it that you're instructing them to do against a Colorado team that does, like you said, does press, does move quickly? How do they need to keep on their toes to be able to keep this streak going?
Yeah, I think we're known for being a possession team. We want to score more goals. We've had a huge focus on trying to create more chances. We've worked a lot at pressing and counter-pressing, but I think you can't get away from the fact that a solid defence and a really organised and a really motivated team that is hard to play against is the foundation for, being a good team. And I was really proud last year of our defensive record, but we didn't do enough to win enough games to get up the league. So we still shine a light on that. We still put a lot of focus on it, whether it's Matt Freese with Thiago and Berg and James and Keaton, or Andres Pereira comes in, or Strahinja has played. We want to be a team that's difficult to play against, and you have to do that in our league because the teams are so competitive. The matches are so tight. So we'll continue to be hard to play against. Every time we're hard to play against, we give ourselves a chance of winning. And then moving forwards, we have to be better offensively. We have to be better with the ball. We have to press high to create more goal chances, and it'll give us a chance of winning and continuing to win football games. The focus and the desire has to remain. And when I look at the guys out on the training field, I see hungry guys.
Before I ask you my main question, health-wise, how is the team?
Everybody is healthy. Maxi Morales is the only guy that is really pushing to enter the end phase of his rehab. The rest of the guys are there, and it's competitive now. The roster, we've got guys with Tales now, and Jovan, and the guys are pushing each other. Our training environment is really competitive and one that I really enjoy working in.
When you compare where the team is now to where it was at the beginning of the season, where do you see the main improvements? And then also the fact that you've had these 5 games in a row at home, does that cohesiveness that you've, I guess, found because the results show that, can you take that on the road as well?
I think the progress has been, I think the results can make you think that something different has happened, and it's something when really the progress has been pretty steady in the sense of how we've pressed the game, in the sense of how we've improved our ability to progress the ball through, how we've got into goal scoring opportunities. We're definitely creating more chances now, although we want to take them. I think the biggest thing is time has gave us the ability to see the progress quicker. And the homestand is twofold. When you get a 5-game homestand, it has the ability to make you or break you, because if you don't win any of those home games, you're in a really difficult place. And if you win the majority of them, you get an opportunity to build confidence, and you get an opportunity to, get momentum, and the feel of the building and the sort of direction that you're moving in seems to change. But, you know, for us as a staff and as a playing group, we have to just keep focused. You know, we have to treat every game like almost like we lost the last, because through having difficult results, what I've saw in our group is an unbelievable hunger and desire and drive and a real collective buy-in to the football club and to each other and to our fans. And, you know, if we think that way, we'll have more chance of winning, because I see hunger and I see desire. And I've seen this week in training, you know, we have to play every game like we lost the last, and we will be competitive. And then we come up against a really difficult team. So, yeah, we're building confidence, we're getting momentum, but, you know, I think one thing I've learned in the game over the last 18 months is that you're only as good as your next result, because you lose the next one, and obviously we have to focus and make sure that we give ourselves the best opportunity to play well in this Colorado game.
Coach Mohammed with the Exchange. You're seeing a familiar face with Chris Armas next game, and then he's building a whole new team with Omir Fernandez, Georgie, and Zach Steffen. How do you build it? How do you do your training to counterpart that new environment that he's building?
Well, I think, you know, we're familiar with the style. Not only are we familiar with the style based off the, you know, Chris worked with Red Bull, and Red Bull are our rivals, and we play them very often. And, you know, we've had this rivalry with, you know, the New York Derby is one that we're really familiar with. But also, you know, there are a lot of teams now coached by ex-Red Bull coaches, so the style is very familiar. We played St. Louis in St. Louis, we played DC here with Troy, so we know the style that we're going to face, we know the principles of how they play, we know the concept of how they work and how, you know, but that's twofold, right? They know the same with us, they know how we're going to play. So Chris is an excellent coach. He's built a really good team there, and I have no doubt that they will be successful. He's shown that when he was at Red Bull. Mihailovic is a top player, and we have to make sure we keep him quiet. And, you know, our analysis department is top, so they do the scouting. We'll continue to work, and for us, it's about preparing to be the best version of us that we can be.
And just to follow up, speaking on the rumors and scouting, there's rumors of Chiro Immobile coming to the MLS, either Red Bulls or New York City FC. So far, have you heard anything about it?
That's new to me. It's new to me, so. You know, my main focus is Colorado, and anything else that comes in the future, you know, who knows?
Thank you, Coach.
Great. Let's go on to the Zoom. Chris.
Hey, Coach. Chris Campbell from the outfield. Especially lately, you've had a lot of options to choose from attacking-wise. You know, Ojeda, Julian, you know, Talos is coming back. We've seen Malachi get minutes. Just curious as to how you approach, you know, roster selection for, you know, game day in terms of, you know, is it particular recent form? Is it different skill sets these guys have that might influence the game plan for a particular opponent? Just wondering, you know, how you go about picking from this, you know, big assortment of attacking options.
Yeah, there's many things that go into the team selection, whether it be form and, you know, previous performances as a team, individual impact in the game, you know, the opposition that we play against. You know, as a staff, we spend a lot of the process through the week, you know, whether it be scouting the opponent, whether it be reviewing our performances and reviewing training, whether it be working individually with guys based off, you know, we have a lot of younger guys where development plays a huge part in our working week. Is that, you know, we then sit, whether it be match day -2 or match day -1, and we'll select the team that we feel has the best ability to go out and control and you know, play well and win a football game. So there's many things that go into it. I think for us, it's about trying to get everybody's form level up to the point where it's almost impossible to pick a team, right? And we've had some, you know, ranges in performances. You know, I think guys like James Sands and Keaton Parks and Thiago Martins or Santi Rodriguez are playing at a real high level. And, you know, then we've chopped and changed the team, like I say, based on form level and based on opposition. So we'll do the same for the Colorado game, and we'll make sure that the team has the balance and the you know, the almost like the progress to go and win a football game.
Hi, thank you. This is Oliver Strand with Hudson River Blue. I have a question about Asante Rodriguez. He's put up some incredible game day performances recently and consistently. He's been one of the best players on the field, if not in the league. And that consistency, to be honest, is kind of new. He's always had a lot of talent, but he's been a streaky player. And at times he's allowed for the frustrations of the physical play that's often directed at him to kind of get to him. He's fouled a lot, but he seems to be playing through that now. He seems to be taking on a leadership role. What's changed? What has happened that's allowed for him to grow and mature into the player that we've seen in these recent games?
His excellent management. No, I'm joking. No, I think Santi has a huge desire to be a big player for New York and wants to be a leader, wants to take on a leadership role, wants to put up numbers for goals and assists. And, we know the potential that he has. We've seen it. We gave him his 100 shirt here. We do a presentation when guys make 100 appearances and their name goes on the wall and they get the shirt. And David Lee gave us an incredible stat that Santi Rodriguez has got 100 appearances, but he's actually only had 108 games since he's been here. So he's actually only missed 8 games since he's been here, since 2021, which is an incredible stat for a guy that has shown the physical robustness. 5 of those were for suspension as well. So to go through that process of being able to play every game and be able to be robust enough to take the ups and the downs that we've seen, championship in 2021 and missing a playoffs in 2023 is, tells me that this guy is a real special guy and has the ability to be the real star of a good season for New York City. Now, there's a lot in that, right? We have to perform as a team. We have to have a lot of guys that play well. We have to get the match plans right. We have to have good away form. But Santi is playing really well at the minute, and we will give him all the support and all the confidence and all of the process that we have. We'll wrap that around Santi because he has the potential to be a superstar in this league, and that's not putting pressure on him. That's not me blowing it out of proportion. I see every day how hard this guy works and how much this guy believes in New York City and how much he wants to win for our fans and for our football club. So, we just want Santi to enjoy his football. If he enjoys his football, he's going to play well. And at the moment, he's in a good moment. So we need now to prolong that, make that more consistent, keep giving him the opportunity. I say to the guys, just give the guy the ball and he will make stuff happen. So, really pleased with Santi at the moment, proud that he's putting up the numbers for the team, and we just want that to continue.
Great. Last one, John Lupo.
Hey Nick, John from Substack and NASR. I was just wondering, we know how strong the defensive partnership between Burke and Thiago Martins is. Can you talk a little about Mateo Elenic and just how you feel he's performed and how he's also settled in that back line, because the defense these last 4 or 5 matches has really improved?
Yeah, I think post Portland, I was disappointed in the second half as a team. We just soaked up too much pressure, and that's not us. So we've done a lot of work since Portland on our defensive structure, how we get from being solid into a pressing moment, or how we stay solid and don't allow goal chances. And going into the Atlanta game, post-Atlanta, we probably gave too many goal chances away, and we did a lot of work as a team and a lot of reflection and reviewing on how we make sure we don't give goal chances away. We've typically always been really good at that. Last year, our defensive record was excellent, and Micha is a big part of that. I think Micha's been excellent. I think Kevin O'Toole, our 2 fullbacks, are really growing in their offensive game, but also in their defensive game. 2 fairly young fullbacks. Kevin is maybe not young in age, but in game experience, and Micha in age. The guys are working incredibly hard and are, taking the progress and the development meetings, taking them on board and really working at them, and also enjoying the good games. And it's about, for them not getting too high when it's good and not getting too low when they feel they can do better, and using Burke Risa and Thiago Martins and Matt Freese as real leadership arms for them. And then also embracing the fact that somebody like Tavon Gray is pushing Micha Elenic incredibly hard. Tavon wants to play, Tavon is hugely motivated to play, and Tavon is an exceptional defender and a guy that wants to win for New York. So, I say all the time to the team that competition for places will breed consistency in our performances. Competition for places in training will bring consistency in our training habits, and they almost, they are the foundation for winning football games. So pleased with a lot of individual performances at the moment, but we've got a lot of work to do and a lot of games to play. So we just got to stay focused and we've got to stay hungry.
It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.